I'll show you how to run SDM with gns3. First off, we have to install SDM. Next, accept, next. You have to install in this computer. Next, next, install. Two things you have to be aware of in order for SDM to run with GNS. First thing, Java must be enabled, and second thing, whether you're using IE or Firefox, pop-ups must be disabled. So Java must be enabled, pop-ups must be disabled. In Windows 7, I encountered some issues which I'm gonna explain just in a second. Like for example, Windows 7 by default doesn't come with Telnet. In order to enable it, you just go to Program and Features, turn Windows features on and off, scroll up to Telnet, which are already enabled, as you see here, just ticks this box. That's it. And something else I want to mention is you have to disable user account control. Do it like this: System, Action Center, change user account control. As you can see, never notify, which is basically off. As if you don't do this, it's gonna give you some issues when you try to run SDM. It will never discover the loopback adapter. I'll show you in a second. Cancel, close, and okay, we talked about Telnet, we talked about UAC, and also as well Windows Firewall. If it's enabled, just disable it. Then we have to go install the loopback adapter. Go to run. In Windows 7, just go to run, type in hdwwiz. In XP, you have to go to control panel, add or remove hardware. Then from there, you follow the wizard. You go next, install the hardware that I manually select. Next, search for network adapters. Next, busy looking up Microsoft, then add loopback adapter, then next, then next, next. I don't want to do it because I already installed it. And something you don't have to forget, when you install loopback adapter, you have to reboot the system for the effect to check in registry. Okay, so now we installed the network adapter and we enabled Telnet. Now we have to go to our network adapter again just to configure the IP addressing. As you can see here, I did rename it just for me to be able to identify it. Right click, properties. Okay, I gave the address of the loopback 10.10.10.10, okay, /24. The default getaway 10.10.10.1, which is basically the IP address of the router we're gonna work with. Cancel, cancel. Okay, now the last step, we have to open up gns3. Put the router here. Okay, I'll kill it here, kill it. Okay, bring cloud here. Then we have to configure the cloud with the loopback adapter. So basically this is gonna be our loopback adapter. Control, search for our loopback, which is here, add, that's great. Connect it to our router. Then we have to switch on the router. Just taking its time. It's on. Console. Then we have to configure the interface connected to our loopback adapter, which is the cloud. Enable const interface class 0 IP address 10.10.1 255 shut. Then we have to enable HTTP. Server. Right, let's check our connectivity with our loopback adapter. If you can ping the 10.10.10.10, which is our loopback adapter. Okay, basically the first ping always is slow. Let's start the second one. Okay, now we making sure that our connectivity is up. Let's go check in our loopback adapter if we can ping the router. Okay, we can see that we have connectivity. Okay, now we have to launch the SDN. Okay, one point I explained regarding the UAC, user account control. Earlier on I said you have to disable it in Windows 7. The reason why, I'll show you now. Okay, if you don't disable it, let's go here to computer. I'll show you now in a moment. Program files, gns3, network, device list. Okay, now when it's disabled, you can see the loopback adapter here. Okay, and you can see also wireless and Broadcom. But if you don't disable it, you just come with an error message. It says network adapters on this machine, localhost 7200 something. I forgot the error message. Then it says not found, something like that. Then you have to disable the UAC. Okay, let's go to launch the SDN. Okay, I want to save. Okay, basically the IP address here we're gonna put for the router, which is 10.10.10.10.1. Then we launch. And something I mentioned earlier on earlier on, I said that in order for SDM to run, you have to disable pop-ups, which I already did. If you don't have, if you have pop-ups enabled, it won't pop the screen for SDM. It won't pop up. Okay, now I see it's coming up. It's basically loading the current configuration from the router. Okay, now we see here we have one interface up and running, which is our fast Ethernet 00. You can see here my model tab, the router 3640, which basically also you can do switching here. iOS version 12.4, available total memory. You can also do here to see more. You can also come here. Okay, the first thing I want to show you. Okay, the first thing I want to show you here. When you go here, preferences. By default, the SDM, when you first install it, this preview command before delivering to router is disabled. Okay, which I already enabled early on before installing it again. Okay, so you have to enable it. Basically what it does, for example, if you want to configure frame relay or serial links or whatever, routing or security, it will show you all the commands. So it's going to be helpful for your further studies. Okay, cancel here. Then one point I wanted to show you, okay, configure. Yeah, one point I want to also tell you about. Interface, you can also test connectivity here. These additional tasks. Okay, you can see I'm clicking but nothing happening. You can see like DHCP, DNS, all the extra services. Basically, if you install Java and you don't have any updates, this won't do anything. So you have to update Java. Okay. Basically that's it. Just play around with it and you'll be comfortable with it and you're gonna learn a lot with this. Okay. Hope it's been helpful and thank you for watching.